It is Team Dad Gaming here, and we are finally here to start the 2025 franchise. This year, the team of choice is the Colorado Rockies, a team that's been bad for a very long time, and personally one of my actual favorite teams. I don't know why I like them, but I do. Always wanted them to be good, and this team's got a long road ahead of it. It is bad, especially in a very stacked National League West. Um, Ranked 29, the only thing we're top 10 in is speed and defense. That's how you know we're bad. Looking at our pitching rotation, we got Antonio Suarez, Cincinnati, my bad, is a long relief, and we got him for 3 years on 10 mil. No one's gonna win him. Bullpen, Angelo, he played a little bit last year, was mid. Victor, one of the only good potential bullpen arms we have. Coming off a respectable 2024 year. Castillo, been injured for a few years, don't know what to expect from him. Gilbreth, just needs to get the walks under control. It's been decent when healthy. Tyler Kinley, old, not good. Scott Alexander coming off a really good year with the new Las Vegas, I think it is. Whatever, the A's. A very solid year. He's their best reliever, going to be a closer. We got German Marquez is a starting pitcher. Last year contract, hoping he can stay healthy. He hasn't really been on the field the past few years, but has had decent years when healthy. Then we got Ryan. He's coming off an okay year last year, but nothing special. Kyle Freeland, Colorado born raised, probably the best Colorado pitcher of all time, which is not much to say. He's on a 13 mil a year deal, not very good. Austin Gomber was part of the terrible Arenado trade, not very good. And then Jaden Hill, nothing to look forward to. I already set my lineup how I want it. On the bench, we got Hunter Goodman as our backup catcher, a little bit of pop, but that's about it. Kyle Farmer, had a few good years in the past, hoping maybe he can bring some of that bath. Estrada played good for the Giants before, kind of fell off the wagon. Sean Bochard, good at getting on base for the most part, can draw walks, but he's not that good at making contact. Zach Veen, once a top prospect for the Colorado Rockies, hasn't really put it together, but we're going to throw him in here. We got Tovar, probably the only contract the team has that I actually like. He strikes out a lot, but he's good. He just needs to strike out a little bit less and walk a little bit more. And he's going to be very good for us. Coming off a Gold Glove, good stats. Already 83 potential would be, 83 overall would be potential. So there's no guarantee he's going to grow a whole lot. But he's on 9 mil a year, so it's a solid contract. Ryan McMahon, typically a very solid, respectable year. It's a 20 or so home runs every year and gives you very solid defense over there at third base. But we do have him for 2 more years. He is only 30 though, so hoping that he has a good year this year. We'll probably be looking to trade him, get the money off the books, and try to get something for him where his value is high. Someone I'm very excited for, Michael Togla. Last year in 116 games, 25 home runs. Strikes out a lot. Could walk a little bit more, but he hits the ball really fucking hard. OPS almost 800, and he'll get better in defense. He doesn't have the best clutch, so we're throwing him in the 3 spot, but he has a lot of power. Batting cleanup, we got Brendan Doyle, one of our best, our highest overall player. I think they personally did him kind of dirty stat-wise with his contact and power, but we'll live with it. Great defender, 30 stolen bases last year, almost 33 season, 23 home runs, 72 RBIs. Had a very, very good year last year. Batting cleanup because of that 89 clutch. And then at second base, we got Owen Miller. Nothing really special. Chris Bryant, terrible contract. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, if he does go somewhere, it's going to be because he got DFA'd. We got Mickey Modak, once a top Philly prospect, had a good time in LA for a year, and then kind of fell off the wagon. Nick, he's here. Never even heard of this guy, to be honest with you guys, but he's here. And then at catcher, we have Jake Solon. Team doesn't have much to look forward to. They do have Jake Dollar, who's a top pitching prospect, part of their last year first round draft. Pitching wise, that's really all you have to look forward to. Catching, Drew Romo was a good prospect. They do only have him at C potential here, so we'll see how much he can go. First base, really we got Michael Toglia, and that's it. Second base, we do have Amara. The stats don't look too encouraging, but if he can get that hitting up, it would be better. Third base, we don't really have anything. Shortstop, we have Tovar, so we don't have to really worry about that. Other than that, nowhere. Sam Hillier, back in Colorado, he's in AAA though. Not really many outfield, really only one outfield prospect to look forward to, and that's Jordan Beck. And he still has a little bit of time ahead of him. But I do want to get into this opening day. I am very excited for this franchise. Like I said, one of my favorite. I have been wanting to do it for a few years now, actually. But I've been trying to hold off for the right time, and I think this is the right time for us to do it. They're getting close to a lot of the end of these contracts. They are known for spending money, so we will not be afraid to spend money. I'm going to try to keep it kind of realistic, though, but also fun. But let's get into this first game against the Rays. $60 and 101 loss record last year. Very excited to finally get into this. I do apologize for the franchise this year taking so long, but very
It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Colorado Rockies, with a gloomy outlook heading into the season, definitely a long shot to contend. Singy, how do they outperform expectations and give that fan base some hope?
Boog, I got a feeling these fans are going to have to enjoy the little things this year. Maybe a fan favorite has a great season. Maybe a prospect really emerges or something. But this roster, it's just not cut out to go toe-to-toe with the league's best. I know it sounds like I'm writing them off already, but I'm really not. I mean, who knows? They have a hot start. Maybe the front office gets aggressive and adds some pieces, and they contend this year after all.
The crowd is amped up, ready to get this. About to get started here, and pitching in this game, Drew Rasmussen.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
The sinker there making it a one-on-one count.
Right through there for a strike. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and he breaks his bat. Loud. And the first out of the game is an easy one. So here's the opening day lineup for the Rockies. Chris, after 2 straight 100-loss seasons, what hope can you give Colorado fans?
Well, to be honest, it's hard to do, Boog. There's just no way around it. The NL West is a really tough division, and Colorado hasn't had a winning record since 2018. But their winning percentage did take a step in the right direction last year, and you can never predict how each new season's going to play out.
Here's Michael Toglia.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall and make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Behind the fastball.
Pitch is in the dirt. And the count 1-2.
1-2, my bad. Favorable count. Should be 2-1.
And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won around.
Gets Michael Toglia.
Back here at Tropicana Field. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. German Marquez. What do you look for here?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. And that's in there at the knees.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Struck him out looking.
3 pitches.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Left field.
Inside in the left field.
And there are 2 outs.
Out. 4 pitches, 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty. Yandy Diaz now. Ball 1, no strikes. And that one just missed off the outside edge. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Martini going back, makes the catch up against the wall.
Well, it's kind of like a slight lead.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Brenton Doyle. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Up and in, ball 1.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
1-1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
There's a swing and a miss. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid.
All fastballs except for the most recent pitch.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now, Owen Miller. Swinging a ground ball.
Diaz
handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 2nd. Here's Chris Bryant now. 2nd overall pick in the 2013 draft. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3.
Struggling to catch up with that
Back now in Tampa Bay, and now it's Brandon Lowe. Marquez back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is down low. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Him out on the circle.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Christopher Morel in the box with one away as he takes ball one. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. Fly ball to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. That one misses.
Is he still considered a rookie? I'm not sure. I don't think
ball
so.
one.
But young player they got. New. Hopefully not the new one before. I mean,
swing and a liner foul off to the right.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Over our Gold Glover
whips it across, and that is that. Rays out
innings to start the game.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a swing and a miss. Moniak hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So he can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of like a little go up.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Really aggressive at the plate in that at-bat, Singy. He was hacking at all of them.
Yeah, and he chased all 3 of the pitches, Boog, and that's not an at-bat you feel good about as a hitter, but I think we have to give some credit to the guy out there on the mound. Clearly those offerings had some serious deception to him.
Just in front of that fastball. Still looking for the first hit of the game. The Rockies still looking for the first hit of the season.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Found some hittable pitches, but hasn't been
one
able
down,
to do
base is empty,
so
and that misses.
Good
and a
take
count now even up.
there. That fastball, that could go either way.
Now a screamer into the outfield.
The center fielder
DeLuca right there to make the grab. 2 away. Jacob Stallings now.
The career year last year, the ladies in Colorado can hit. But today we're not in Colorado, Jacob.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Way in front of that breaking ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back.
Miles Hawk better off.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jonathan Aranda. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that skips into dirt. And he hits a ground ball right side.
First play of the season.
Miller gets it to first. And a quick out, number 1. Now it's Jansen.
We're forgetting about this dude, oh god.
The hit. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that one fouled off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground, right side.
Another play here, and
gets it to first, and that quickly 2 away. Stepping in, Johnny DeLuca.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And that drops in for a strike. And now it's even up.
I'm not looking decent so far today. Hoping he can say
He swings and fouls one off.
I have a good first half of the year. And dealing.
That one a little bit high, and the count is 2-2.
2-2 down.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that
is 3 shutout innings.
Back here at Tropicana Field as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. High fly ball lifted in the air right field.
Late on that fastball.
Low. Calls it in, and there's one away. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Angle out. Not sure how I feel about it yet. Not sure if I'll stay with it.
Line drive. Nice
Oh,
grab.
what a catch by Brandon.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
But,
next to hit for the Rockies, Michael Tolia went down on strikes his first time through. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And it's 1-1. Here's a rocket out to left.
The other way and
makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, and now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
No, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
2-2 down. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Kim stands in here, takes ball 1 low. The Rays hitless so far in the game. Right through there for a strike.
Well, Kim is one of those players that it's just hard to take your eyes off of him, man. Not many players in the 2023 World Baseball.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Man at first with 1 gone, and stepping in for the Rays. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike.
Perfect throw to second base.
Second.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stinks. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
2 down, nobody on here on opening day. And it's even up.
Just like that, it's like no one was on base. Yandy Diaz is here.
Foul ball.
Yandy Diaz, my bad.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
He almost went deep in his last
Got it. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still no score. Back now in Tampa Bay. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Rasmussen back to work. Swing and a miss.
Well, these Rockies just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
In the air, fairly deep to right field.
Right field, but he makes
Low makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Owen Miller digging in for the Rockies. Grounded out his first time.
5 feet and 6 inches of him.
On the ground to the left, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
With a single to left field.
Here is Chris Bryant. Man at first, one away.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Well, he's got decent speed, but he's not much of a base stealer in his career.
And he swings over the top there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Fouls off that inside sinker. The sinker to the righties has shown a lot of movement today. He's been getting a lot of swings on it.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Struck out in 3 pitches in the last.
Moniak, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Swinging a foul out of play. Miller leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nabs it, and that is that.
Both teams get their first hits here.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Still no runs so far.
Outside. 1-0.
Well, these Rays, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Tolia steps on the bag, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Chop to third.
McMahon
now a
with
jump
a jumping throw, and he
very nicely done for the out.
What a play from McMahon over at the hot corner. Derek Jetering it. See that play one more time. Boom! What a throw.
Down the third baseman, Junior Caminero. First pitch misses. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Fastball for a strike.
Oh, it's right down the middle. It's like to go. Both teams have been doing that.
The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Ninth fielding, yeah.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a blue hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame. Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. That misses the zone. Full count now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Jansen in the box now. Takes strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Two outs. Outside low, 2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth.
The tag, and they got him. And that'll do it. The Rays
get him out the jam here in the fifth.
top 6. So in now for Colorado, Nick Martini.
Oh, man's only got 50 stamina. Oops.
Pulls that one foul. Martini goes 5 feet 11 inches, 205 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Here comes the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. And the Rays manager
they're going to go ahead and take him out.
On the mound now, Alex Faedo.
Good outing, 5 1/3.
Next for Colorado, Jacobs.
We got Alex Faedo.
Stallings.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. And it drops in. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Tovar in the box, lays off for ball 1.
A good opportunity here. Put someone in scoring position.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. With the go-ahead run at first here on opening day. Fly ball center field. DeLuca brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Two solid swings so far this game. Probably 2 best
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. 0 for 2 in this one. To the right side, Loud tosses to first, out number 3. So
another scoreless inning.
And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Danny Jansen to hit here. And that is out of play. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swinging a foul straight back.
Here at the start to 6, leaving faith in.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. The other way, and he handles it himself for the out. Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. And there's a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the top of the lineup. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. Out towards right center field, Moniak. And that'll do it.
Start the season here.
And a foul ball.
Inning though, we got Tokley here. He could easily make this a 1-0.
That one way outside, and the count is 1-1.
He can make contact with the pitch.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side.
Inside fastball, got around to it.
Diaz makes the play, and there's one down. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Brenton Doyle. First pitch just misses.
What a take.
Counts 1-0.
Swung
He
on,
puts a
belted.
good swing on that circle
ranging
change,
into
and
the
that's
alley.
into the gap. He's
It
got
one
good
hops off the
speed.
wall.
That's
Should
2.
be extra bases.
That is a
Go ahead, run
one-out
into scoring
double
position as he stops
here
at second.
in the 7th
Couldn't have timed
inning
it
for the
up any
Rockies.
better than that. Put a pretty good jolt into that
Can the
one. Great
Rockies do
swing,
something
nice
with
balance
that?
and weight transfer, and he
That
got
is
it to
the
drop
question.
in out there in the deep part of the field. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later
First
innings.
extra base
Slow
hit.
roller to third, and that's just foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Miller here. Another player with pretty good clutch.
So now 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
And fouled off. Headed
He takes
towards
it
the
the other
corner.
way. It's going into the gap.
Makes the grab on the run.
makes
And that's the third out.
A lot of adrenaline.
So the Rockies strand another
Ready to
one.
go for the last half of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Ha-Sung Kim.
0-0 game here
In the first pitch misses for ball 1. Line to second,
hard
snagged on the
Miller.
bounce, and they get the out. Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit. And that drops in for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he
Marquez, who in the past 2 years only
has filled up the strike zone, and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Moniak snags it for the second out. Lau at the plate. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. That one at 95 missed up top, and the count even 1-1. And that's a little high.
He doesn't get the strike call there. Seems like it's a pretty tight zone right now.
That missed by a lot. And the count is 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, right side.
Grounds it out, and that's 7 shutout innings.
Sends it to Tolia. That's out number 3.
To start the season.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Garrett Clevenger.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Moniak in the box now. Takes strike 1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Pete Fairbanks preparing to come on if needed.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
That one not close. Now 1-2. Popped up first base side. Diaz moves under it. And there's one away. Nick Martini will hit. That one pulled foul.
Great pitch to hit.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th.
High sweeper, and he's behind it. Got to get in front of that hanger.
One down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck.
That's into the gap.
This one could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And that holds the go-ahead run at second base.
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
He hits it the other way.
Into the outfield. Throw quickly to the infield, and the go-ahead run has to hold up at third with two away.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with one out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
So two outs with runners on the corners. Now the number 2 hitter, Ryan McMahon. And that's outside, and that's ball one.
Put up some pretty good swings here this game. Hoping for another good one.
Ground ball
And
to the
he
right
hits
side.
it. That's another base hit, and the Rockies take the lead here in the top of the 8th
Picks himself
inning.
up in RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
2-out magic.
And now it's going to be Michael Toglia.
Tolia's in a good position to give us a little comfort here. Better versus lefties and righties.
This is off the inside, and that is ball one.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching.
Oh,
and
now this
Toglia
one's high and deep, way back there.
It is
On its way,
gone. That is what Toglia is here for.
A 3-run shot, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
4-run inning here for the Rockies in the top of the 8th.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up.
They're going to take Clevenger.
Kevin Kelly gets the call from the pen. So 2 down. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
No strike.
They keep the magic.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 count.
That's towards center. DeLuca has this one sized up.
Center fielder's gonna make
hauls
that
it in to end the inning.
4 runs.
Rockies get 3 on this homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back after.
This was what we've been waiting for.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Diego Castillo.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Morel leading things off and takes a strike.
There.
Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Now at the plate, Junior Caminero. That's down and in. A slider missed.
1-0.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. He gets there with the slide.
Rolling
not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. Singy, it looked like he might have beat it in real time, but that play was really close. So they want to take another look.
Yeah, this is a tough decision to make, Boog, and it feels like it could go either way, but it might be worth a challenge if there's any doubt at all.
It's the 8th. They're going to challenge.
Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York.
The 8th of the 8th inning.
Here's one more look. They called him safe, and I'm not sure that there's anything here to overturn the call. What about you, Singy?
I don't think so, Boog. I mean, we need something obvious to overturn it, and I just don't see it.
So now the DH spot, Jonathan Aranda. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2 the count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Pitch misses inside, and it's 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
Here's the catcher to hit, Danny Jansen. High in the air, out to right. Moniak settles under it and makes the catch. Runner tags at second.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
DeLuca in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. 2 left. We go to the 9th, and now here is Owen Miller. Time called.
Owen Miller. 1 for 3 on the day with a single. If the Rockies can add anything.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's the third.
He hits it. Third baseman makes the play.
Over to Diaz. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Here's Bryant now.
Good late life on that inside fastball. Ran in on the hands and got that weak contact. Little slow grounder to get the out.
Foul ball there.
Bad cutter there.
Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Right up the center. That's Brian's first hit of the season right there. Hopefully one of many. Probably not.
Next to hit, Mickey Moniak. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's in for a strike.
Bad call there. Moniak wondering how that was a strike.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
I like this plate appearance from Moniak. Even if it doesn't end up something, he came out his first few plate appearances.
Next pitch is inside. 2-1.
Very patient, waiting for the right pitch to swing at. I think if you do that, you'll have a lot of...
Right through there for a strike.
Might have been the right pitch. Might be a little too much pitch. Swings at a bad sweeper there.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Now the left fielder, Nick Martini.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. Bryant off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he's out front.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and a count 1-2. Way inside, and that hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. So first and second with 2 outs. Jacob Stallings digs in now. That one the other way.
Make it 3 for 4.
Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. And now the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
First base hit of the season last at bat.
Not even close there. And it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Next offering is fouled back.
Fouls off that single. I mean, that's the sinker. 1-2 count. Bases loaded. 2 outs.
Foul ball
Fouls
still a
off the
1-2 count.
You know, I'm waiting for the right pitch to hit.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. DeLuca settles underneath it.
Doesn't look like
And that is that. They leave him low. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Tyler Kinley. Low in the box now. No balls and a strike. Started to swing. Held up.
1-1.
Next pitch is outside. That's a little bit low. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Kim, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Tollier makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Last chance for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. Next to hit for the Rays. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Kinley, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2017. And that misses. And it's 2-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a
sends it to center, and that's going to do it.
And the Rockies are going to win their season.
And he's got it. Ball game. And the Rockies collect their first win of the season.
Great starting appearance. It's going to be him or Togier. Marquez is player of the game, and that is going to be the opener for the Rockies here. So that's going to end the first episode here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and comment. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this franchise and to see what's to come from it. But hopefully it's all great things. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.